clavicle tattoo, nigga. I'm not.
That shit didn't even hurt.
Bro, what's wrong?
Right here.
But I got on my collarbone though. My collarbone ain't hurt, so.
Shit, my collarbone tatted.
Come on, man. That shit ain't hurt. This was the worst. This inside,
That shit was like inside didn't hurt.
Man, the inside was that shit hit me.
Come on, man. You ain't got both them insides, bro.
What?
You got some empty room on your.
I got some empty room on this one. I can fill that up. Don't worry about it, bro. I ain't seen a needle in like 5 years.
You said Torn had his chest set first.
No, he finished the piece first. I had the other part when I got to school. Shit, next time I go to the tattoo shop, I'm gonna have to do one of these numbers.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro. I thought it was for the ground of the elastic man with his teeth. I don't even know what the fuck we talk about, bro.
It don't even matter, man. Welcome back to another episode of the Open Run Podcast, man. Y'all already know how it go. Welcome to the show. Y'all already know who I am. You know what I'm saying? We got Meth Diggy in the building, tattoos out, white beater on, Twan and daughter in the building. Y'all know how the shit go. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of Gene in his fucking shirt, but the Boston Celtics, you know, reflection from the ring light in the glasses and shit. You know, it's just a lot going on. You know, but it, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. We back at it. The Golden State Warriors are going back to the NBA Finals. I'm going to call it now. I've called it already, but I will call it again. I got them winning the chip. I don't care who they play. Don't care if it's Miami. Don't care if it's Boston. I got them winning the chip. I just want to see some really good basketball. Preferably, I want to see 7 games of good ball being played.
Basketball all playoffs.
Yeah, we haven't seen good basketball all playoffs, but I'm tired of blowouts, so I want to see 7 good games.
All playoffs?
All playoffs.
Maybe 3 games, 4.
Yeah, man. Yeah, 5. I would say like 5 games max.
Maybe 6, 5, 6, but that's ass compared to the whole grand scheme of the playoffs. Sucks.
That's bad, bro.
These playoffs ain't been entertaining at all, man. I've been very disappointed. I'm not even saying that just because my team is out. I'm saying that just because the flow of the playoffs. I can go back from shit. The first round, I mean, we had excitement because of the hype around certain names. I mean, you had KD versus Tatum. You had, Giannis versus Tatum. Certain names, of course, it has more hype around it, but I'm talking about from a team aspect and like an excitement aspect of competitive basketball. It's been lackluster. I mean, from both ends, the Western Conference and the East. I'm not gonna say that just because Gene's team's still in it or whatever. Like, I actually enjoy seeing Boston hoop.
The glass is off.
Y'all well deserving of it, bro. Y'all well deserving of this moment. So I hope y'all do, put Miami out and go to the finals and ultimately win it or do whatever y'all gonna do.
I don't.
But,
I'm sticking with what I said. Miami and 7.
But what I can say is that I know for sure when they release the ratings, and I don't know if it's a matter of them trying to find out who is going to bring that excitement factor, because for so many years it seemed like Bron and Golden State was kind of like the thing carrying the league for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, from an excitement standpoint of competitiveness, and you knew like at the end of the season, of course, we made predictions at the beginning of the year, Brooklyn and Lakers or whatever like that. But it's like when Cleveland and Golden State was hooping, it was gonna be the finals. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't no prediction until KD was there. Then we knew what was on.
I believe in Brooklyn. I just look from an overall standpoint of Steve Nash. I feel like Nash is a great basketball player, but I feel like he can't coach worth a damn. But that's not my decision to make. But I do. He probably got a little sip in his cup, got a little something in there. But I do want to touch on something that I've been seeing. It's been going around because free agency is about to shake up for the most part.
Let me stop you right here. The disrespect on this call. The disrespect. Hold on, man. Y'all talking about ratings and boring when y'all know darn well if it was y'all team in the playoffs right now, y'all wouldn't care nothing about no ratings, no free agency, no entertainment. You just would be focused on winning. Everybody on here but me, team is at home right now. I'm not saying that to throw it in your face. I'm saying I'm the only one looking forward to whatever happens in the final.
I'm looking forward to the finals.
And so let's back up. We talking about 3-4 games a whole playoffs. What? Did y'all watch the Minnesota and Grizzly series? Did y'all watch the Celtics and the Nets? That was 4 games total. That was a difference of 18 total points. If that ain't close game, I know it was a sweep, but every game was close.
The team that
then Boston takes the Bucks to game 7.
The team that's going to the finals has already lost the game by 40. I ain't mentioned ratings. I didn't mention none of that. I just said the quality of basketball, even if the Lakers was playing and we was blowing teams out by 20 or 30, I would still be like, this has not been a good playoffs as far as this is, first of all, this is the highest ratings in the history of the NBA. I don't know if y'all know that for these playoffs, but it ain't got nothing to do with the ratings to me. What I'm watching, the quality of basketball is not that good.
It's bad ball being played, inconsistent bad ball being played. There have been good
games. Yeah, there have been good games, but even you brought up the Boston Brooklyn.
That's your question.
Oh, it was a sweep. You know,
well, blame the Suns, bro. Blame the Suns.
Okay,
the Mavs obviously had no business in the Western Conference Finals. That was
sad
to watch.
What was the best series out of like both conferences? What was the best series to you?
Yeah, Boston Bucks. But even with that,
for sure, it was definitely that one.
Let's be real. I'm not going.
I feel like if 12 wouldn't have got hurt, it would have been us. But
that if I hate being a hypothetical guy, because a lot of people got hurt this playoffs. A lot of people get hurt every single year in the playoffs. But even that series with Bucks Celtics, like Bucks played the whole series without Middleton, and we all know that Middleton is their fourth quarter guy and the best scorer on that team, even though Giannis is the best player on that team. So like it's just been ass. It's been the game 7 was ass. They lost by 40 or whatever the case may be. It's just I don't know, bro. I'm used to close playoff basketball. Like, yeah, you get your blowouts here and there, but every game of y'all
every other game has been a blow. We don't watch the blowout every night this week.
The fourth quarter, each team, but every game in the East Conference Finals has been a blowout. Every game.
We watched the blowout damn near every night.
Tonight this week. Blowout.
They lost by 10.
But
it was a blowout.
Dallas didn't have a lead since the first quarter, because it was like 6-8 or something.
I mean, 2 games ago, the Celtics lost by 10, but okay.
But how much was they down? But wasn't they getting blown out? They ended up losing by 10, but they were getting blown out. They
brought it back to 1 and lost by 10. But it's cool. I'm not saying y'all attacking the Celtics. I'm just saying in general, usually when people team out of the playoffs, I do it with football too. I kind of just sit back and hope it's entertaining. Because my team ain't in the hunt. So I ain't got no stress. I ain't got nothing to worry about. I need something to be excited about. It's just we already talking about free agency and the finals game ain't even been played. Like, that's crazy.
Given that, I feel like we only touching on that because we don't know who the hell going to be in the finals. It's still a game left to be played. So, we can't say like, oh, it's going to be Boston or, whatever. Y'all still got a game to play. So we can't just throw y'all up there prematurely. Because what if Miami do take y'all to a game 7? You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why, of course we know Golden State is there, so we can touch on Golden State. But what's there to say about Golden State? That, we pretty much know like their offensive juggernaut. Gene said they haven't been battle tested. I think that, of course, their biggest test was us. True enough, Ja did get hurt, so that probably does affect it. But I still think nonetheless, for sure, definitely.
Let me say this.
The MVP candidate.
But what I'm gonna say is this though. I feel like Golden State.
I
feel like Golden State don't need to be battle tested because they've been battle tested enough.
No, bro. This is what I'm talking about. Because Jimmy is actually on the court, and we talking about his knee and ain't full, and Kyle Lowry on the court with a hamstring. Ja is off the court, but y'all saying Golden State has been tested. A little bit. Like, what are we talking about? The Celtics are beating the Heat with the players on the floor, but the Heat ain't fully healthy. But when it comes to the Grizzlies and Ja not on the floor, the Warriors did get tested. No, they didn't.
But you know why that's different though? Because the Grizzlies got a better record.
We all knew the Nuggets would be bad. I had the Grizzlies beating Golden State until Ja got hurt, and he got hurt. What, game 3 of the series or game 4?
feel like I'm fair, bro. And I feel like if the shoe was on the other foot and Tatum was hurt, you would be like, this is fair, but you would know the real, is what I'm saying.
No, what I'm saying is there has to be some type of balance between you fellas. Because I really don't get it. How
I'm
can
trying
you
to
say
figure
that
out
the Warriors have been battle tested?
Okay. So this is another thing that goes with the prideful thing.
Because we bringing up Middleton, we bringing up Jimmy Butler.
I
get the Warriors win, they just winning.
No, it's not it. But see, you saying I'm bringing them up as if it was it's an excuse. I'm not making it.
Well, why are we bringing them up? But when Ja down, it's like, nah, but that really don't count. It's like, what?
I never said that.
So when did we say it don't count that Ja was down?
Because y'all said that y'all saying that I'm wrong for saying the Warriors have not been challenged. They haven't.
I think the Grizzlies showed that they can play well without Ja all year. Now, obviously, they're a way better team with Ja. He's an MVP candidate, like you said, but they went 20-2 without him this year, and they still played hard against the Warriors. And I feel like that was still a test, in my personal opinion. It wasn't a title contending tester because Ja was hurt, like you said. Games.
I think we tested them
that they could play without Ja all season long. It wasn't 4 games. They played 24 games this season.
The Heat presently. I know they're not fully healthy. Without Tyler Hero, they are better than the Mavericks right now.
It's for me, bro. I'm gonna just be real about it. Like from the competitive standpoint of the playoffs, this shit been boring just because I say our series was the best one because niggas was talking. It was like real competition. It wasn't no nice stuff. Niggas just say like, oh, the flagrant fouls is out of pocket, whatever. It wasn't no nice stuff. No teams was like, it ain't been no type of like no confrontation. Niggas just been going out there hooping like it's regular season. Like I ain't seen no type of like nothing. No players chopping it up. Like even, but I'm saying like versus the Warriors shit, we was talking more. Even versus Minnesota, we was probably shit like
it's just drama is one thing, but when
but that's a part of sports.
Right, drama is one thing, and I appreciated that. I love that series, Minnesota and the Grizzlies. I love all the drama. I love the talk, and I love the competition. I love the edge, because we from that. So all I'm saying is that's cool. But basketball tells me on a Game 6 elimination game, when both star players score 44 and 46 points, in the meantime, Giannis's 44 was with 20 freaking rebounds, which is blowing my freaking mind. In a closeout game like that at Milwaukee, to me, that was probably one of the best games. I'm not being biased.
Yeah, but we put that game in there though. We put that game in there as one of the 5 or 6 good games of the playoffs. We're not saying the playoffs don't have no good games. That game is one of the 5 or 6 good games out of all the games of the playoffs that we've seen. Golden State beat Denver what? 4-1?
Then bro.
I'm saying did Golden State beat Denver 4-1?
I sent a tweet today that said it's been 23 blowouts in the playoffs this year. 23, bro.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. I don't understand how that's me being biased. I can honestly
No. The bias was the situations.
Okay.
It had nothing to do with the playoffs in general. About being boring.
Yeah, like even if the Lakers was in it and this was the same thing happening, bro, like obviously it's different if your team is in it. But like I would still be like, me being a spectator, all the other series, like this is boring. Like, not boring, but y'all know, man, it's any sport.
But what I was saying is, you didn't say it, but Memphis talking about ratings and free agency is like, bro, the finals haven't even started. And we never cared about ratings ever.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I hope Marcus Smart gets better, and I hope he's healthy because he's the only one injured on the Celtics right now. So if the Celtics do make the finals, then we'll probably finally get to see. As long as nobody gets hurt, we'll probably get to see a full series of both teams.
Robert
being
Williams
healthy.
is not healthy.
Gene, I don't care what you say about him coming back from a meniscus tear. When I see this nigga dunking the fuck out the basketball and getting 15 or 14 and 9 or 10 or whatever, he's healthy, bro.
He just missed 2 games.
Why did he miss 2?
The Bucks, he played 1 game that whole series.
Can you explain to me why he's dunking the fuck out of the basketball and not playing?
Okay, so why does Kyle Lowry get a pass? He out there on the floor. Why does Jimmy get a pass? He out there on the floor.
I know what I'm saying is Robert Williams doesn't look he doesn't look like he's not healthy to me. Marcus Smart is the only person on the
Because
Celtics.
he's juiced up. You know this. You know what goes on in the locker rooms. You know what happens behind the scenes.
I know what goes on in the Celtics locker room. Y'all the only ones with the sensu beans. Miami hurt.
Bro, I'm okay with not getting your approval, Bob. I'm okay with that. I don't know why the Celtics aren't hurt. It's just one player. And when they lose, they lose. But when they win, it's, Jimmy won himself. Eric Spoelstra had a bag.
Nobody said nothing about Eric Spoelstra.
I mean, y'all say anything.
I've never said Jimmy wasn't himself when y'all won, ever. I don't make excuses. Like, seriously, I haven't made an excuse for I don't think any player in the playoffs.
I got a question though. Why is that labeled an excuse?
I mean, because like I said in the beginning, I don't know what episode it was on, that no one that's in the playoffs, especially left now, is healthy. 100%.
No. But we're not saying, okay, what I'm saying is we're not speaking of niggas not being 100% because they have wear and tear on their body from the regular season and the playoffs. We're literally talking about legitimate injuries. We know when the playoffs come, nobody is technically 100% healthy, but not dealing with a injury that's affecting the way that you play is a totally different thing than being at 85, 90% because you have wear and tear on your body.
So what's his injury, Bob?
This is a great.
What's whose injury?
What's his injury?
Who?
What's his injury?
Who?
Look, Gino, check this out. Look,
Jimmy has right knee inflammation, so his knee's swollen.
Is that wear and tear, or is that an actual injury?
That's an actual injury. How do you play on a swollen knee? Inflammation is a swollen knee.
That is wear and tear.
Do you know why I brought up Jimmy, Gene? Let me tell
inflammation is a swollen knee. It's a procedure to get inflammation out your knee.
I used to get my knee drained before every game.
Exactly. You get your knee drained. Name something that the players on the Celtics, outside of Marcus Smart, because he just rolled his ankle, are probably doing to get on the court. What is Robert Williams doing to get on the court? Is he getting any injections? Is he getting anything like that? If Jimmy gets his knee drained, that's what I'm saying. We know that Jimmy has to get his knee drained because it's right knee inflammation. No, it's nothing coming out that's saying Robert Williams is not playing tonight due to whatever. So like I said, people are not 100% because they have wear and tear on their body, but that's different than Kyle Lowry dealing with a hamstring injury and Jimmy playing with a swollen right knee and Tyler Hero not playing because of whatever his injury is.
But Jimmy has been on the floor for every game except for game 3 when he got checked out or whatever.
And that's what I'm going.
But that's my thing though. Why are injuries labeled an excuse?
I'm getting back to something.
Go ahead.
Jimmy been on the floor for every single game. Robert Williams was out for 2 games with right knee soreness. So why does Jimmy get a pass, and he's been on the floor, but Robert don't? How's that? What is that?
Right knee soreness and right knee inflammation are 2 different things. Everybody in the playoffs is sore, but again, that's wear and tear on the. That's wear and tear.
Inflammation is, man.
Inflammation is not the same as soreness, bro.
Doesn't mean something torn or something.
Inflammation can mean you just have fluid in that area. It doesn't mean you have a tear because you have inflammation. You can have fluid in your. If you have, think about this. When you got tendonitis, did you not have fluid in your knee? When you get tendonitis, your knee is swollen. Do you need any
injury or is it wear and tear?
A swollen knee is a potential injury. That's not the same as a sore knee.
Is it an injury or is it wear and tear?
It's an injury.
Go ahead, Twan.
But no, my question that we never answered is why is injuries labeled an excuse? That's what
I never seen a swollen knee as an injury.
Meth, you got to back up a little bit, bro. But why is injury labeled an excuse? That's why is that? Why do we say because somebody's hurt that's deemed as an excuse?
3 years ago, when the Heat made it to the finals, they played a hurt Celtics team who was favored to actually win the finals. But nobody cared. They were praising Jimmy Butler at that point. They were praising the Heat at that point and how good they are when 2 of the Celtics' best players weren't playing.
But the Heat lost 2 of their players in the NBA Finals, and we all acknowledge that. But I'm not talking about the media. I'm talking about to us. In our conversation, why do we look at injuries being an excuse versus saying, motherfuckers was hurt, so that changed the dynamic of the series or that changed the dynamic of the game? Why do we have to say because somebody was hurt, it's an excuse for why they lost?
You recall the Celtics played Brooklyn last year, first round, right?
Yeah.
Gentleman's sweep, right? It was a gentleman's sweep. Tatum won 1 game, he had 50.
Okay.
Have I complained about that series?
Did anybody get hurt from Boston? I don't remember.
What?
I can't.
Jaylen Brown didn't play.
Yeah, I really don't. I really didn't remember.
But that's the point. You don't remember. That's the point. It's when it's your teams that you pull for or you like that you look the other way.
No. I literally just didn't remember if he got hurt because I remember now that Middleton was hurt. If I would have remembered that JB was hurt, I would have said something.
JB didn't play a single game. Kemba Walker didn't play a single game. JT was out there by himself. I didn't complain once. Everybody in this group know that. It happened.
But even if you would have said something, I wouldn't have looked at you a different way. What I'm saying is, why do we use injuries as excuses?
There's nothing to say. Stack 5. Everybody. I mean, I don't want to bring up the guys on ESPN and FS1 and stuff like they got the best say so. They the end all be all. But when you have former athletes like Stack 5, T-Mac, all these guys that are saying, nah, there's no excuse. If he's out there on the floor, there's no excuse.
What I get,
man, we got a Kobe fan in the building, bro.
I literally
no. I get that part, but I'm saying things like the niggas who don't even play. Like when Middleton doesn't play, we're gonna say that's an excuse for the Bucks to lose. Like, why do we deem injuries as excuses versus saying the dynamic of the series changed because certain people didn't play?
There is no excuse. If you out there on the floor, KG won a championship with a broken finger, man. I don't want to hear it, man. If you out on the floor,
but is a broken finger the same as like a fucking hamstring injury? He can still run perfectly fine. He can still rebound the basketball. Obviously, he can still block shots. His touch didn't look like it was off. So did a broken finger really affect the way that he was playing?
The point
I don't think this is what I'm gonna say, man. Is this because I'm trying to get perspective from this conversation? Is this about Kyle Lowry?
No, what I'm trying to say is when we have conversations and we talk about series, no matter who the series is, and we point out that somebody is hurt, whether it could have been last year with JB not playing, whether it could be now with Middleton not playing, whether it could have been last year with Kyrie getting hurt, whether it could be now with Ja not playing due to injury. It's like when we mention that a series changed or a series could have been different if a team was fully healthy, why do we have a rebuttal and say, why are we giving the team an excuse? So if I sit here and say Jimmy's not himself because he's playing hurt, why does Jimmy rebuttal have to be, why are we making excuses for the Heat? I just want to know, why are injuries excuses?
That's a good place to come from, Bob. I'm not arguing that. But what I will say is with Middleton, for example, I knew Middleton wasn't going to play. I told y'all in the group text, like, that's an advantage for the Celtics. So in that sense, I get what you're saying. If Middleton was on the floor, is what I'm telling you, I don't want to hear it. That's what I'm trying to get at. With Middleton not being on the floor, that's a huge advantage for the Celtics. I knew that. It was still a tough series. Might have been different if he played. But Jimmy and Kyle Lowry are on the floor. That's what I'm trying to get at.
So we can't take the same stance because they're actually playing.
They're actually
and we can visibly see there's something wrong with them. We can't take that same stance.
I can't visibly see nothing with Jimmy. He getting 6 steals a game. I can't see nothing.
Man,
he's still dunking. He's still putting up shots. He's just missing. He's still getting high on his release. He's still going to the rim. He's still rebounding. He's still defending. So what do you see that I'm not seeing with Jimmy?
I see Jimmy laboring, and I could have said that last night. I literally see Jimmy laboring when he comes down on his jump shots. When he comes down on his jump shot, he's trying to land fucking softly. He's monitoring the way he lands. I'm watching him run back on defense. He's never necessarily in a full sprint. He's almost like in a partial limp running back on defense. Kyle Lowry can't even really fucking move out there. He looks worse than Harden when Harden had the hamstring
37.
injury. It doesn't matter.
First off, let's not even bring Kyle Lowry to the conversation because Kyle Lowry ain't played all year. We just call it like it is. He ain't played all year. So he's not a factor.
This year. He hasn't played all playoffs. He played this year.
He's played this season.
He probably played. Go look at how many games Kyle Lowry played.
Right. Because he also took a break.
Y'all are gonna be surprised. Y'all gonna be surprised how many games he played this season.
He took a personal break for family reasons. Something happened. I hope everything all right.
That man
he played 63 games this year.
That's a lot of fucking games, man.
I mean, that's more than half. That's
more than half the season.
How many minutes did he play each game?
34 a game.
34 a game. That's a lot of time.
It do not seem like
he's just not playing in the playoffs.
Look, man. I know I'm not making an excuse, and I feel like what I'm saying is very logical. I'm not making an excuse for no team. I think the better team is going to win this series. At the end of the day, look, when Tatum got hurt and he went back to the locker room, he came back out. Obviously, he was ready to go. When Jimmy got hurt that game, he did not play another minute of that game. So for me to be illogical and say that, I mean, I don't know Jimmy, but I think if Jimmy could have played or finished that game, he would have played. You get what I'm saying?
Didn't need to. They won it.
All I'm saying, though. That's literally all.
Didn't need to. They won it.
I didn't. When y'all won the game, I never said Jimmy was hurt. I never said I didn't like use that as an excuse. I think the better
again.
team
Wait, I'm sorry. I don't want to cut you off, but like
that,
you just said though, why do you have to say that? When you said Jimmy wasn't hurt, I didn't use that as an excuse. Why do we have to say that dealing with injury? That's the point I'm trying to make. Is why is injuries an excuse for the way a game goes?
Because if you're out there, it shouldn't matter. But at the
I look at it like boxing, man. Y'all watch boxing a little bit, somewhat.
I watch the big fights.
There's so many boxers that when they lose, they talk about the injury they had in training camp or something.
Oh, bro. It's just like Chris Paul. Chris Paul lost, and then all of a sudden he came up and he was like, they said something about the injury he had, and he said no comment because he didn't want to make an excuse.
But some of those injuries be bullshit though. Like when LeBron said his hand was broke,
what I'm saying. Okay,
and he threw it off the backboard and dunked the fuck out the ball.
Okay, we know Bron's an alien. We ain't gonna bring him in this, but I will say that because Giannis is an alien too. Those guys, they got different joints and ligaments. Because the way that Giannis in the Eastern Conference Final, the way he hyperextended his knee, I don't know how he was ready for Game 1 against the Suns. But what I'm saying is, with boxing, for example, it's a man-to-man sport, mano-a-mano. And when you lose, you want to talk about injuries and what you did in training camp. It's BS. What's that? Oh.
What's that?
He asked Memphis to back up.
I didn't want you to read it. I was just trying to get Memphis to do it,
but he didn't see it. So
yeah.
But no. What I'm saying is, in boxing, there's no excuses. People don't want to hear that. You seen Canelo lose the other day. That's his first loss since Floyd, bro. He ain't have nothing to say. Just man to man, ready to get back. Who knows what happened? But all I'm saying is, injured or not, man, in boxing, there's no excuse. You stepping in that ring. And you made the decision to fight.
I'm a Kobe fan, bro. But listen, when I'm talking to y'all, I'm talking to the homies. I know Jimmy Butler, if they lose the series, they're gonna get on the podium and say I was hurt. You feel me? I'm just a spectator. I'm only saying what I see. That's literally it. I'm not making an excuse. My favorite player of all time won the finals. You brought up KG. How dare you bring up KG and Kobe played with 3 dislocated fingers in one?
I brought up Kobe first. You just didn't hear me. I brought up Kobe first. You just didn't hear me.
I'm just giving you a hard time, bro, because I'm a Kobe fan.
I literally said there's a Kobe fan on the call and you talking about injuries.
Yeah, I'm just giving you a hard time. Yeah. But it's like
I brought up Kobe before KG.
Bruh. I would never get on the podium if it was me and be like, yeah, I was hurt, man. You know, the better team is going to win this series for sure. And I think it'll be weak for anybody that in the playoffs or whatever to come, at the end of a series and be like, to bring
your question, Jane. Let me ask you a question, Jane. You got this series, y'all closing it out next game?
This series is the most unpredictable series I've ever been a part of, bro.
Tatum said something though the other day.
I think they'll win it. I think they're gonna win it finally at home.
Twan, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Fully healthy. I'm sorry. Fully healthy. Who's a better team, Miami or Boston?
Huh?
You know, man.
I would have to see that. And that's just me being real. I would have to see that.
Only reason I asked that because you just said something about Jimmy being hurt and then say the better team will win this series. I think the healthier team wins the series because I personally think that the Heat have a better all-around team than the Celtics when fully healthy.
I can't comprehend why you think that.
Okay, Memph, I'll give you a quick. Can I give you a quick example? Or you want to finish that?
I think we have to see the ball thrown up in the air to see that. You feel me? Like that still would be me just making an educated guess or some type of, you know what I'm saying? Like I would have to see
on paper.
Yeah, I'm just looking at paper. I'm looking at who I think the better player is. That's just me guessing as a spectator. I would have to line it up. That's it.
Fully healthy, the Celtics are bigger. The Celtics have the only duo in the playoffs averaging 50 points. That's 2 players averaging 50 points. Even when JT playing bad or JB playing bad, they still averaging 50 points together. They have the number 1 defense and have since January in every category. They are holding the Heat to about 80 points a game, bro. And you talking about health.
I just think that he can't score, bro. I think that when you look at the Celtics, bro, they got
why can't they score?
I'm just saying. I just think that they don't have enough shot makers. I feel like shit, bro. From what I've been watching, bro, is multiple players contribute. It's multiple players contributing for the Celtics. Like you got Marcus Smart making threes. You got Horford able to pick and pop, and that shit that's literally the difference that's fucking everybody up in the Eastern Conference. That Horford can knock down shots, can knock down threes, bro, and that spacing is crazy, bro. Like you can't collapse like it's like with Bam and shit. Like Bam can't shoot. You feel me? And then PJ Tucker, he gonna make maybe 1 or 2 threes in the corner game. So I mean, you live with that shit, but shit, Horford was a fucking all-star, and people forget that shit. Like as old as he is or whatever, Horford still got the game. You feel me? Like
I'm gonna say this though.
Out there.
I agree with you, Memphis, but I'm gonna tell you, bro. I ain't see Horford playing like this season. I mean,
bro, but I'm saying
to be honest, let's be real. He elevated his game in the playoffs this year.
Oh yeah.
He ain't been playing like this all season.
Can I say that the Heat we saw this yesterday and we said the Heat can't score. Now, there are 3 leading scorers. One literally didn't play. The other one is, I don't care what y'all say, he's playing hurt. And he can't score the ball right now because he's playing hurt. He's literally scored the ball games 1 and game 2. Got hurt in game 3 and has been downhill in scoring since then. Their second leading scorer is playing hurt, and their third leading scorer is just playing bad. So it's hard to say.
I don't think he's.
Who's their second lead? Oh,
Tyler Hero, and he didn't play yesterday. That's 21 points a game that you're missing.
I don't think it's a.
And they lost by 20. They lost by 20.
Bob, I'm not gonna let you get off the hook with saying that.
We're saying what?
We're playing bad and getting your ass strapped up. Bam is getting his ass strapped up, and that limp is bothering him. I don't care.
And let me tell you something.
Playing bad is a different story because when Robert Williams didn't play, it was all the Bam show. It was the Bam show then. So as Robert Williams came back, that nigga cannot get no shots out over him.
So did Robert Williams play yesterday? Did Robert Williams play yesterday?
Yes, he did. The prime example. No. Before you bring up Bam stats, Robert Williams had to sit for a little bit to rest. I told Q, because Bam hit 3 shots in a row. I told Q they finna put Robert Williams in the game. You look up, he run into the scores table. What happened? Bam didn't score another point.
He was 3 for 5 last night. 3 for 5 yesterday. He was 3 for 5.
Is that
Grant
Williams?
What, you trying from the field completely?
Yeah, last night he was 3 for 5. He had 9 points and 6 rebounds. That's a bad game.
That's
my point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's getting his ass straight. He's not able to get the shots up he needs to.
But what I'm saying, I can agree with you on the Bam situation. But when you say the Heat can't score, and I look at the stat line, and Jimmy goes 3 for 14 with 6 points, and they're 21 per game, 6th man of the year, is not playing, and they lose by 20, and they still get 80 points.
Let me ask you something, because this is again why I'm not understanding why you're bringing Jimmy's injury up. Are you looking at the shots that Jimmy's taking?
Yes.
They are contested like crazy.
Some of those mid-ranges were wide open. He's missing.
Bob, when he get to the hole, it's either getting blocked. They stop going for that little pump fake after game 1. He shot 20-some free throws. Bob, Jimmy's getting strapped, and I don't think you want to admit that. I don't know what basketball you're looking at. Hold on. I don't know what basketball you're looking at. They are strapping him, especially Tatum. Oh, Mel left.
Man, but what I'm saying is I understand what you're saying. And Jimmy, you can say Jimmy strapped or whatever, but to say Miami can't score and they're missing their second leading scorer, that's why they can't score, because they're missing their second leading scorer. That's a big dynamic to their team.
This is how bad their team is. Their second leading scorer
who's averaging 21 a game, and they lost by 20.
Your second leading scorer has to come off the bench, bro.
That's not the first time ever. Lou Williams was second Lou Williams used to be second for the Clippers in scoring. He was coming off the bench.
We know who Lou Williams is.
It happens. Montrezl Harrell was second or third in scoring for the Clippers. He came off the bench. It happens like that. Every team can't have a 2-3 score.
Look where the Clippers at.
Where do we think the Clippers would be if they had Paul and Kawhi? No injuries.
You just brought up Lou Williams, bro. What are we talking about?
Well, because you said it's bad when your second leading scorer has to come off the bench.
What you just brought up is the second leading scorer coming off 2 benches that ain't won nothing. So why are you bringing up Tyler Hero?
Because
like if he was in the game, those guys were healthy when they played.
That makes it Tyler. So you don't think a 20-point per game scorer makes a difference, no matter if he starts or come off the bench?
I didn't say it won't make a difference. I'm saying that's not a winning recipe.
This has nothing to do with.
They were number 1 in the East. How is that not winning?
Look, this ain't got nothing to do with the argument. But Tyler Hero,
seen the 1 seed lose.
Tyler Hero only come off the bench because he's playing with Jimmy. That ain't got nothing to do with your argument. But he can go anywhere and start.
Situation.
Not in Boston.
Because y'all got Tatum and Brown.
Because y'all got Tatum and JB.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. Tyler just getting started though. He young.
That's enough of Celtics and Heat madness. We look forward to seeing the game tomorrow. Lord have mercy.
Jesus.
All right. So the next shit. The next topic we're gonna touch on.
Hey, real quick, Memphis. I'm sorry because I had to look that up. That was an interesting conversation. Jason Terry was Dallas Mavericks' second leading scorer. They won a championship. He came off the bench. Harden was second leading scorer on OKC. Came off the bench, but they didn't win a championship.
Anywhere Harden went, they lost. No, what?
I'm crying at this.
What about Ginobili, bro?
Brandon Bass, bro, the second leading
I thought you might bring up the Spurs with Ginobili. Nah. But I will say this. The Spurs and those Mavericks, we all know what type of teams they were. This Heat team is not the Mavericks, bro. I'm sorry.
What type of team were they?
Look at that so like.
The Mavericks was stacked. They were built to win. They had a lot of great players.
Or the Heat? You don't think the Heat are built to win?
God, we're doing it again. We opening up this can of words, bro.
Introduce the topic.
The only reason why we talking about it is because Golden State is already going to the finals. So they beat Dallas.
Open run community, what y'all gotta understand is I like to be very reserved. I like to be very laid back. Bob don't like letting stuff go, man. If he decide in his mind.
No, I just want to have an interesting dialogue on why you think the Miami Heat aren't built to win.
And I appreciate that, but for you to think that outside of Bam, Tyler Hero, and Jimmy Butler, that the Heat are a better team than the Celtics, I can't comprehend.
I'm gonna say this last part, and we can listen. This is the only reason I say that, and then we can switch the topic. The Miami Heat, to me, are better than the Celtics overall because they have NBA Finals experience. Yes, they played in a bubble. Yes, they lost to the fucking Lakers, but they have experience. They have better leadership over there with Jimmy. I would take Jimmy as a leader over Marcus Smart. I'm not saying Marcus Smart is a bad leader, but I would take Jimmy as a leader over Marcus Smart. Personally, that's just my personal preference. I think the Heat have a lot of switchable defenders. More than what the Celtics have. Yeah, the Celtics got JB and JT who are dynamic scorers. Fucking Jimmy got to go almost score by himself, but Hero is averaging 20 points a game as well. I like Kyle Lowry, a healthy Kyle Lowry at point guard. I like what he brings to the floor for a team at point guard. So overall, that team, when I look at switchable defenders, what they can do on the defensive end, you can't really say they can't score. They average 110 points a game on the season. So we can't say they really can't score the basketball. And when I look at them from top to bottom, I like that better than what I like in Boston. And that's why I picked Miami in 7. A healthy Heat team, that's why I picked them in 7.
It was Kyrie. At one point, this shit that turned into damn Celtics in Miami Madness. Just name the episode Celtics versus the Heat.
What does Kyrie got to do with this?
We have been talking about
this. Name the episode Grant Williams.
But is it me? Is it me? Is it me?
Nah, y'all not.
So I'm wrong for asking questions?
I just want to know. Time check. How many minutes are we into this episode?
Man, don't even worry about it. It's over with. We'll see y'all next time.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Oh my God. Bro, what? What the fuck just happened?
40 minutes.
Just have a full episode talking about the one fucking subject. Are we serious, right? What the hell is wrong with y'all?
Dialogue, man.
What in the hell is wrong with y'all? It would have kept going. It would have kept going.
Man, if you gotta stop leaning forward too. You gotta lean back.
I was leaning forward out of exhaustion, bro.
Y'all gonna stop the episode and the Warriors just advance to the
final. No, I
didn't.
I ain't stopping. I just said that it was over. I ain't stopping.
Look, man. So they said shut the hell up about them Celtics and Miami Heat. Right? You say bye.
Let's talk about something more serious about how all these rappers getting locked up right now. Y'all about to be listening to Torn.
About to be listening to who?
To Torn.
What the hell?
Because what the hell is going on right now?
You said Tory.
It's very unfortunate what's going on.
Wait, y'all really trying to mix this topic in with the playoffs?
I'm not gonna mix it in. Of course, we
mix topics in every other episode.
I'm exhausted, man. I'm exhausted. I'm Boston Celtics. Shit, Heat back out, man. Shit, we didn't talk about the damn coaching staff, injuries, shit, nigga shoelaces.
How supposed to? I know, bro.
Torn.
Yo,
they got Tim Duncan and Oscar Robertson above Kobe.
That's so bad. Let's talk about that. Fuck it. We're gonna talk about that for a quick second because that's bad. That
There's really nothing to talk about.
Michael Jordan, LeBron, Kareem, Magic, Wilt, Bill Russell, Larry Bird, Tim Duncan, Oscar Robertson, and Kobe. Shitting me?
What has Oscar Robertson done?
He ain't finna be in a lot of people's top 10.
Bro, I have never seen Oscar Robertson hoop.
See, when I said it when I said all this in the group, I was being disrespectful. Then JJ Redick come out and say niggas was playing with firemen and plumbers, and now Twan, look, I did say take all the people off of the top 75. George, Mikan, all these niggas, even Jerry West. I'm sorry.
Hey, get Harden out of there too.
I don't know about that.
No, get Harden up out of there. No, wait, what?
I don't know about that. Don't get Harden out of there.
Look, man,
Dwight got to be in there.
Harden deserves all the disrespect that he's getting this season. He absolutely deserves it, and he absolutely deserves the disrespect that he gets for not closing out a series. We not about to act like Harden didn't drop 60-point triple doubles. We not about to act like Harden didn't give every player, every team on this call. He didn't go look up and look at his career high against y'all team. Let's go look at that.
Me and you got the same team. So you tell me.
Harden was that deal in the regular season. We can talk about niggas want to give Chris Paul that praise. Point God ain't got no ring. Blew 3-1 leads. So what we saying? Why we doing Harden like that? Is Chris Paul on top 75? Absolutely.
Ass.
But he's on top 75. Harden deserves to be on top 75. He just sucked ass this year. Okay.
But you know what? Hey, I want to say this though. Y'all realize how do y'all realize the standard that we give niggas to say that a nigga in the league just averaged 22, 10, and 8, and he suck ass?
I always say that because niggas be crazy about that mud.
Suck ass in the league bro, at 22, 10
from Harden. We know this ain't Harden, bro. First of all,
let Dennis Smith do that. He popping bottles.
Supermax.
Let Quinn Cook do that. Let Quinn Cook do
that. Supermax. You know what? Since you said, all right.
Let Jose Alvarado do it.
You know what? Since you said that. Come on, man.
If Marcus Smart was doing that, that's Supermax.
Niggas talk about Harden, bro, because you know why we do that? Because we expect
Marcus
Smart.
And that sucks. It's sad.
Man, hey, look, bro. 22, 10, and 8 on the season. You giving Harden a Supermax?
Huh?
22, 10, and 8 on the season. You giving Harden a Supermax?
Yeah.
Why?
Man, you can't trade him.
That's what he led with? You can't trade him?
Not with that good. You can't trade him with that good.
I'm not.
You on the spot. You on the spot.
Yeah, I'm not.
You're not giving it to him? Okay. Why not though?
Not the same, bro.
Why not though?
You say not the same?
Shut up. What's up? It's not the same, bro. 20,
Look, man.
22, 10 and 8 is cool, but 13 in the playoffs and 11 in game 6 is not cool. And he does that traditionally, so cool.
Hey, top 3 point guards right
that's
now.
tough.
I can get somebody 100 mil still be full seed. I'm not giving my second best player that.
Harden a 100 mil player though.
Facts. Okay, 2 more questions for you real quick because I know I'm gonna let you go. All right, is Luka a point guard?
Yes.
Here we go.
Why is he a point guard?
He has the ball the entire game.
Okay. Next question. Fully healthy, top 3 point guards in the league.
Right now?
Yep. Fully healthy right now. Top 3 point guards in the league.
Steph. Oh, Luka's a point guard. Oh, shit.
You want to say Dame?
Steph. Luka.
Fully healthy.
Kyrie.
Kai over Dame?
I guess.
Hear that, I guess?
50, 40, 90. One and
Hear
shit.
that, I guess?
50, 40, 90?
I guess. Yeah, Kyrie over there.
My brother. I'll tap in with you.
Look, man. That's a whole nother
Bob crazy.
What? Because Quinn Cook said it?
On the phone.
Because Quinn Cook said it? You just right?
The hell? Want me to call Jeff Adrian?
I just asked a nigga in the league, man.
You want me to call Shantez Patterson, motherfucker?
Let me call Denzel real quick, man.
Oh, man.
Washington.
What was brother name? What was brother name from
You better didn't call me.
Not Meek, bro. Not Meek, bro.
Oh my God. Damn, he put Luka at 2 though. And I don't disagree with that.
If you really got pulled, call Joe right now.
Johnson?
Oh, Jackson.
Got called Joe in daytime, bro. 12:25 outrageous for Joe.
Bro, this is outside the point, bro. Do y'all realize Joe Jackson was really beating grown men? Like whooping them niggas like they was kids.
Who? Joe Jackson, bro.
Bro, the Jackson 5, bro, he was whooping them. Right, man, bro. That's it, bro. The son
Bro, that's crazy.
If you watching this, bro. Oh my God.
Bring up Beltran, bro.
Oh my God, bro. Y'all is fun, bro. Y'all on one tonight, man. Free YSL, man. Free YSL. Free YSL.
Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all now, and we ain't really gonna talk about it, but listen, the percentage of beating a RICO charge is slim to none. So unless niggas getting that bitch and start yapping like 6ix9ine, it may be over with. So yeah, niggas finna be listening to Quanti Cash for the rest of the time because they don't know what Thug and Gunna gonna do. But that's another episode of the Open Run Podcast, man. We hope y'all enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? We may bring y'all some special guests real soon. Don't never think we serious in this basketball talk, man. We do this on the daily just to entertain. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day,
I'm dead serious.
Heat in 7, Warriors gonna win the chip.